Hey everyone, welcome to our DevOps interview questions video. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting to explore the world of DevOps, this video will provide you with the valuable insights into DevOps common interview questions and answers. We will cover a range of topics which will help you feel confident and prepared for your next DevOps interview. So let's dive in and enhance your understanding of this dynamic and essential field. But before we begin, let me ask you a quick question. So what does DevOps aim to achieve in software development? Making programs slower and more complex. Then option B is isolating development and operation teams completely. Option C is enhancing collaboration between development and operation teams. And option D is ignoring automation and continuous integration. So these are the four options. Now you can pause this video and answer in the comment section below. Alright, now let's understand what is DevOps. DevOps is like a teamwork approach for making computer programs better and faster. It combines the work of software developers and the operation team. The goal is to help them work together and use tools that speed up the process and make fewer mistakes. They also keep an eye on the programs and fix problems early. This way, businesses can release programs faster with few errors and everyone works better together. If you want to learn more about this, then check postgraduate program in DevOps to understand from the basics to advanced concepts. This postgraduate program in DevOps is crafted in partnership with Caltech CTME. This comprehensive course aligns your expertise with industry benchmarks. Experience our innovative blended learning, merging live online DevOps certification sessions with immersive labs for practical mastery. Advance your career with hands-on training that meets industry demands. Alright, now let's move on to the first question of DevOps interview question, which is, what do you know about DevOps? So think of a DevOps like teamwork in the IT world. It's become really important because it helps teams work together smoothly to make computer programs faster and with fewer mistakes. Imagine a soccer team, everyone works together to win the game. DevOps is similar. It's when computer developers and operations people team up to make software better. They start working together from the beginning, when they plan what the software will be like, until they finish and put it out for people to use. This teamwork makes sure things go well and the software works great. So this was about DevOps. Now moving on to the second question, which is, how is DevOps different from Agile Methodology? DevOps is like a teamwork culture where the people who create the software and the people who make it work smoothly join forces. This helps in always improving and updating the software without any big breaks. Agile is a way of making softwares that's like taking small steps towards instead of big jumps. It's about releasing small parts of the software quickly and getting feedback from the users. This helps in solving any issues or differences between what users want and what developers are making. So you can answer this question in this way. Alright, moving on to the third question, which is, what are the ways in which a build can be scheduled/run in Jenkins? So as you can see, there are four ways: by source code management commits. Second is after the completion of other builds. Third is scheduled to run at a specified time. And fourth one is manual build requests. So if the interviewer asks, then you can answer these four ways in which a build can be scheduled in Jenkins. Alright, now the fourth question is, what are the different phases in DevOps? So the various phases of DevOps lifecycle are as follows. So as you can see, first is plan. So initially there should be a plan for the type of application that needs to be developed. Getting a rough picture of the development process is always a good idea. Then code. The application is coded as per the end user requirements. Then there is build. Build the application by integrating various codes formed in previous steps. After that there is test. This is the most crucial step of the application development. Test the application and rebuild if necessary. Then there is integrate. So multiple codes from different programmers are integrated into one. After integrate there is deploy. So code is deployed into a cloud environment for further usage. It is ensured that any new changes do not affect the functioning of a high traffic website. After that there is operate. So operations are performed on the code if required. Then there is monitor. Application's performance is monitored. Changes are made to meet the end user requirements. So these all were the different phases of DevOps. And here we have explained each one of these. You can go through it, and if the interviewer have asked you this question, you can answer it in a similar way. Alright, now moving on to the next question, which is mention some of the core benefits of DevOps. So the core benefits of DevOps are as follows. First of all, we'll say technical benefits. First, technical benefit of DevOps is continuous software delivery. Then second is less complex problems to manage. Third is early detection and faster correction of defects. Then here comes the business benefits. The first benefit of DevOps, that is business benefit of DevOps, is faster delivery of features. So it allows faster delivery of features. Then there is stable operation environment. Then third one is improved communication and collaboration between the teams. So these were the business benefits. So here we have discussed both technical benefits and business benefits. Alright, now the next question is, how will you approach a project that needs to implement DevOps? So here are the simpler terms. Here's how we can bring DevOps into a specific project using these steps. Step 1 would be, first, we look at how things are currently done and figure out where we can make them better. This makes about 2 to 3 weeks. Then we can plan for what changes to make. Then step 2 would be, we create a small test to show that our plan works. When everyone agrees with it, we can start making the real changes and put the plan into action. Then third step would be, we are all set to actually use DevOps. We do things like keeping track of different versions of our work, putting everything together, testing it, and making it available to the users. We also watch how it's working to make sure everything goes smoothly. By doing these steps right, the keeping track of changes, putting everything together, testing, and watching how it's going, we are all set to use DevOps in our project. So this is how you can approach a project that needs to implement in DevOps. And this is how you can answer this question. Alright, moving on to the question number 7, which is, what is the difference between continuous delivery and continuous deployment? Alright, so first would be continuous delivery. So it ensures code can be safely deployed on production, whereas continuous deployment, here every change that passes the automated test is deployed to production automatically. Then in continuous delivery, it ensures business applications and services functions as expected, whereas in continuous deployment, it makes software development and the release process faster and more robust. In continuous delivery, delivers every change to a production-like environment through rigorous and automated testing. Whereas in continuous deployment, there is no explicit approval from a developer and requires a developed culture of monitoring. So these were the 3 points that you can highlight while differentiating between continuous delivery and continuous deployment. Alright, so this was the question number 7. Now moving on to the question number 8, which is, name 3 security mechanisms of Jenkins uses to authenticate users. So here we have to name 3 security mechanisms. First one would be, Jenkins uses an internal database to store user data and credentials. Second is, Jenkins can use the lightweight directory access protocol, that is LDAP server, to authenticate users. Third one is, Jenkins can be configured to employ the authentication mechanism that the deployed application server uses. So these were the 3 mechanisms that Jenkins uses to authenticate users. Alright, now moving on to the question number 9, which is, how does continuous monitoring help you maintain the entire architecture of the system? So continuous monitoring within DevOps involves the ongoing identification, detection, and reporting of any anomalies or security risk across the entire system infrastructure. It guarantees the proper functioning of services, applications, and resources on servers. By overseeing server statuses, it accesses the accuracy of application operations. This practice also facilitates uninterrupted audits, transaction scrutiny, and regulated surveillance. So this was about the question number 9, that was, how does continuous monitoring help you maintain the entire architecture of the system? Now moving on to the question number 10, which is, what is the role of AWS in DevOps? So in the realm of DevOps, AWS assumes several roles. First one would be adaptable services. So it offers adaptable pre-configured services, eliminating the necessity for software installation or configuration. Second one is designed for expansion. Whether managing one instance or expanding to 1,000, AWS services accommodate seamless scalability. Then there is automated operations. AWS empowers task and process automation, freeing up valuable time for inventive pursuits. The next one is enhanced security. AWS Identity and Access Management, that is IAM, allows precise user permissions and policy establishment. Then the last one is extensive partner network. So AWS fosters a vast partner network that integrates with and enhances its service offerings. So these were the role of AWS in the realm of DevOps. Alright, now moving on to the question number 11. Name 3 important DevOps KPIs. The 3 important KPIs are as follows. First one is mean time to failure recovery. This is the average time taken to recover from a failure. Second KPI is deployment frequency. The frequency in which the deployment occurs is called deployment frequency. Third one is percentage of failed deployments. The number of times the deployment fails is called percentage of failed deployments. So these were the 3 important DevOps KPIs. This question can also be asked. Alright, moving on to question number 12, which is how is IAC implemented using AWS? So commence by discussing traditional methods involving scripting commands into files, followed by testing in isolated environments prior to deployment. Notice how this practice is giving way to infrastructure as code IAC. Comparable to code for various services, IAC aided by AWS empowers developers to craft accesses and manage infrastructure components descriptively utilizing formats like JSON or YAML. This fosters streamlined development and expeditious implementation of alterations in infrastructure. Alright, now moving on to question number 13, which is describe the branching strategies you have used. They'll ask you this question. So to test our knowledge, the purpose of branching and our experience of branching at a past job, this question is usually asked. So here we will discuss topics that can help you answering this DevOps interview question. So release branching. We can clone the develop branch to create a release branch once it has enough functionality for a release. This branch kicks off the next release cycle, thus no new features can be contributed beyond this point. The things that can be contributed are documentation generation, bug fixing, and other release related tasks. The release is merged into master and given a version number once it is ready to ship. It should also be merged back into the development branch, which may have evolved since the initial release. So this was the first one. Then there is feature branching. This branching model maintains all modifications for a specific feature contained within a branch. The branch gets merged into master once the feature has been completely tested and approved by using tests that are automated. Then the third branching is task branching. In this branching model, every task is implemented in its respective branch. The task key is mentioned in the branch name. We need to simply look at the task key in the branch name to discover which code implements which tasks. So these were the branching strategies that you can say that you have used, or if you have really used it, otherwise you can say something else. Alright, moving on to question number 14, which is can you explain the shift left to reduce failure concept in DevOps? So shifting left within the DevOps framework is a concept aimed to enhance security, performance, and related aspects. To illustrate, consider the entity of DevOps processes. Currently, security evaluations occur before the deployment stage. By employing the left shift approach, we can introduce security measures during the earlier development phase, denoted as the left. This integration spans on multiple phases, encompassing pre-development and testing, not confined to development alone. This holistic integration is likely to elevate security measures by identifying vulnerabilities at initial stage, leading to a more fortified overall process. Now moving on to the question number 15, which is what is blue/green deployment pattern? So this approach involves seamless deployment aimed at minimizing downtime. It entails shifting traffic from one instance to another, requiring the replacement of outdated code and a new version to integrate fresh code. The updated version resides in a green environment, while the older one remains in a blue environment. After modifying the existing version, a new instance is generated from the old one to execute the updated instance, ensuring a smoother transition. So the main focus of this approach is smooth deployment. Alright, so this was question number 15. Now moving on to the question number 16, which is what is continuous testing? So continuous testing involves the automated execution of tests within the software delivery pipeline, offering immediate insights into potential business risks within the latest release. By seamlessly integrating testing into every stage of the software delivery lifecycle. I repeat, by seamlessly integrating testing into the every stage of software delivery lifecycle, continuous testing minimizes issues during transition phases and empowers development teams and instant feedback. This approach accelerates developer efficiency by obtaining the need to rerun all tests after each update and project rebuild, culminating in notable gains in speed and productivity. So this was about continuous testing. Now moving on to question number 17. What are the benefits of automation testing? So some of the benefits of automation testing includes: first, it helps to save money and time. Second is, unattended execution can be easily done. Third one is, huge test matrices can be easily tested. The next one is, parallel execution is enabled. Then there is reduced human generated errors, which results in improved accuracy. And last one is, repeated test tasks execution is supported. So these are the benefits of automation testing. Coming to question number 18, which is, what is a Docker file used for? So a Docker file is used for creating Docker images using the build command. With a Docker image, any user can run the code to create Docker containers. Once Docker image is built, it's uploaded in Docker registry. From the Docker registry, users can get the Docker image and build new containers whenever they want. So this is what Docker file is used for. Coming to question number 19, which is, what is the process for reverting a commit that has already been pushed and made public? So there are two ways to do that, to revert a commit. So first would be remove or fix the bad file in a new commit and push it to the remote repository. Then commit it to the remote repository using git commit -m commit message. Again, git commit -m commit message. So this is the first way. Then second is, create a new commit that undoes all the changes that were made in the bad commit. Then use the command git revert commit id. As you can see in the screen, first command also and the second command also. The second command says git revert commit id. Commit id, you will have to put the commit id. Alright, so question number 19 this was. Now moving on to the last question, which is question number 20. How do you find a list of files that have been changed in a particular commit? So the answer would be, the command to get a list of files that have been changed in a particular commit is git diff tree -r. Then there is commit hash. So this command, as you can see on the screen, git diff tree -r commit hash, you can put it. Then example is also there, like commit hash 87E6735F21B. So this is example, as you can see on the screen. Then there is -r flag instruct, so the command to list individual files, and commit hash will list all the files that were changed to or added in that commit. So there's telling about the, as you can see, -r functionality. -r is a flag that instructs the command to list individual files, and commit hash will list all the files that were changed or added in that commit. So these were the top 20 DevOps interview questions that you must understand if you're planning to give a DevOps interview. So in this video, we have explored key concepts, methodologies, and best practices that are crucial in fostering collaboration between development and operations teams. By understanding the principles discussed here, you are well equipped to navigate the dynamic landscape of DevOps and drive successful software delivery.
Hey there, my name is Manuel Canelon.
And I'm Rafael Canelon. We're actually brothers and we live here in Alberta, Canada.
We do a lot of things together. And this time, we decided to take a course in DevOps from Simplilearn.
The course proved to be very beneficial for both our careers.
Yeah, I got a promotion after the course.
And I got hired with a new company.
I'm actually a mechanical engineering graduate, and I've been working at my company for the last 4 years. In 2020, I came to know that my company was starting the hiring process for a DevOps infrastructure team. At the time, I was working as an implementation specialist, and my colleagues recommended I take a course in DevOps if I wanted to be part of the team. So I started doing my research, and then he came to me saying that he was also looking for a DevOps course.
Yeah, funny enough, I actually found the course through Instagram. But my situation was slightly different. I had been working as a geomatics field technician for about 4 years, but I wanted to change my career into something that involved more programming and automation. So when I came across with this course, I said, you know what, let's take it.
And Caltech's name was definitely a deciding factor. In July 2021, we got our certifications, and I immediately posted that on my LinkedIn profile.
Coincidentally, in November of that same year, we got the good news, and I got hired as a GIS developer, which has allowed me to do way more programming, which is what I wanted to do.
Around that time, I got promoted to the DevOps infrastructure team and saw a 21% salary hike. The overall course was awesome, but the part that I enjoyed the most was the Docker certification training.
You know what? I also really enjoyed the Docker certification training. I think that we're brothers after all.
Yeah, the experience was amazing, and being able to study together was definitely very nice.
Yeah, it brought us back to those good old days when we were going to school together.
Thank you for watching, and remember that embracing DevOps can lead to streamlined workflows. Alright guys, with that we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope it really helped you all. Thanks for watching, stay safe and keep learning.
Staying ahead in your career requires continuous learning and
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.